So today is Wednesday, the 19th of August, on a Wednesday night that we are here to practice the meditation. And I haven't been here for some times, and it happened that I wanted to come up here to see our monks, and also wanted to meet with our practitioners on a Wednesday night. That's why I particularly, whenever I come up here, try to make sure that I will be here on a Wednesday night, just to meet up with our members, those who are practicing. So after 3 weeks, I came back here, and tomorrow morning I am heading back again. So, and probably end of next month, I may visit once more to see and plan for the coming event on the annual event on the 8th of November. And after that, I hope that our members will go down to London and will officially invite me back. If there is no official invitation, I will be just visiting as a visitor in the temple. So hope that, or expect, not a hope, that our member will come down and invite, or maybe our members say, we don't need you anymore, so you can stay over there for good. Maybe that's my freedom too. Hey, Yahoo, go away. Chào nó bạn nhớ. Right, so my name is Sujan. I normally call Ajahn Sujan. And we have monks here, Ajahn Mangkhon. Actually, he's senior than me, but I am being the kind of, now maybe I have to refer ex-head monk. So he allowed me to sit a bit on the front. And we have Thanpira and 2 other monks. They didn't come to join today, and we have Jamanapanyo. So altogether, at the moment, we are 6 monks, but from tomorrow will be 4 monks. Meditation nowadays famous with the saying mindfulness meditation, which is very famous. And the meditation, again, it's not about stop thinking, which normally people have the perception that once I meditate, all my thoughts will be gone, I will be enjoined in complete free. So that's not the case. And meditation is something that we learn to deal with this thought. Sometimes it's like a personal assistant that you have, which one should keep first and which one should keep later. It's the filing, all the letters that comes in, which is the priority, which is not priority. And then we're dealing with those priority letters more wisely, away from emotions and feelings, but taking that letters as though somebody's letter. You're simply reading it so that you can present it to the boss. Let the boss to decide it. But oftentimes what happens that we feel that we are the boss. We want to deal with it, we want to fix it. And that fixing mind causes the trouble. We want to fix it everything, and unfortunately not able to fix everything at all, even fixing our own heads. So that's why the practice of a mindfulness meditation is basically sorting out the papers. And then here again, there are another simile I could think of as like, I think I used to give the simile often, that when the postman comes, do not offer a tea. Yeah? You just pick the letters, and no conversation, and no sitting there, no holding there, just take it and just leave away. By doing so, what happens that our mind is much free. There's no clutters. Having said that, doesn't mean that the postman will not come back. Right? It will come back again and again. And doesn't mean that as being a PA, our job will end. You have to open all the letters every single day. And similarly in our life, we will come up with different issues every single day. And there will be so many tasks that we have to deal with every single day. We are not free until we die. Doesn't matter how hard you try, you don't want to do it, you have something to do it. Something to do it. And as a result, so we are not free. So the practice of a mindfulness meditation is basically developing our own skills to be a PA for ourselves and dealing with whatever issues comes in our life, not affected by it, an ability to deal with that. And another simile that I normally give is the toilet simile. Yeah? Do you know the toilet? You don't know toilet? I normally give the simile as a toilet. So the toilet, whenever we go somewhere, we would not ask toilet until we realize that we need it. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And then when we realize that we need it, then we will find all sorts of ways to find out where is the toilet. And once we found the toilet and we go into the toilet and we release, then that's the happiness. And you cannot find anywhere else. So that's why I call this as heaven and earth. No, heaven and earth. I don't know how do you feel in the heavens, but this is the heaven. You cannot find anywhere else. And the realization of needing to go to the toilet is because something that's bothering us. The West that we are holding on to. The troubles that we are holding on to. And now, the more we hold in, and the trouble doubles. And we cannot concentrate, or we cannot focus on the task that we have. All what we are going in is holding on to this, that this is what I am, this is I am, I must not leave it away. So the longer we hold on to, the suffering increases. Yeah? And but as soon as we release, then we're free, we are happy. So in our heads, we accumulate hundreds of things that's West. And that's bothering us every single moment. And so many things, the negativities that we have, and the very moment when we wake up, those negativities will just pops in and ruins the entire day. And somehow we manage to go by, but again, at the back of our mind, that will come back and bothering us again and again, again and again. We know that, but we are not trying, or we are not trying enough to find the toilet. We're simply holding on to it and running around. And that I am suffering, I have a trouble, but not able to find the toilet. Yeah? So, the practice of a mindfulness meditation, that's why I call it the toilet for the mind. So when we meditate, whenever these things come up, so it's like, now here comes. Now I just need to meditate on. Take a few long deep breaths and watching those negativities and those rubbish that causing a trouble, liking and disliking, troubles, and things that I want to do but can't, things I want them to do, they are not doing it, so many things. Anger, jealousy, hatred, and all those sort of things comes, and then it's there, observing that. And when we observe, and that first realization is actually help us to choose that whether I want to continue thinking and troubled by it, or I want to stop. Now when we realize that, and then we understood that this is the main reason I am having a suffering, then finding way out, that's the toilet. And that's how when we meditate, so paying attention to those thoughts, the more we look at it, the clearer it becomes. And when these things become more clearer, then it's okay, it's gonna change. Why should I worry? All what we need is, we have to flush it away. Otherwise it becomes stinky and you don't want to go into the toilet. And not only you don't want to go to the toilet, but the rest of other family members don't want to. They also feel that stinky and they don't want to talk to you at all. You become a toxic. And you become the wrong person or a troublemaker in entire family, in entire community. Whereas practice of a mindfulness meditation helps us to recognize that, and realizing of that, we will be able to stop there and make a choice whether to continue or stop. And the art of stopping is bringing our awareness back to the body, ourselves. And the problem is in our body, when we pay attention to it, it's not easy to pay attention to entire body. This is so massive, made of molecules, and this meat I can move in my will from one place to another, and yet it's very difficult to pay attention to. So as a result, we take one object within this entire body, and that again is more active, empirical, and entertains the mind. So the breath is there. Normally use the breath as the point or the core or the foundation where we will bring our mind back to it again and again. It's like having a home to come back. It doesn't matter how many days you go away on holiday, sleeping in a luxurious 5-star hotels. End of the day, you will be thinking of your own stinky bed. And you will be coming back and feeling the, wow, I've been longing to come back this bed. And you can sleep like a dead log. So that's same. So having this home, the breath, and making it as a home base, then what happens that wherever our mind goes away, as soon as we realize coming back to our home and then stay there and feeling connected. So that's why in a practice of a mindfulness meditation, we work with paying attention to the breath to begin with, simply to familiarize our mind that I have a home to stay. And before practice of a meditation, what happens is that we don't know where to stay. We are like stray dogs. The mind is a stray dog running around all the time and not able to focus or not able to sit down and just rest our mind. So practice, that's what we begin with, paying attention to the breath so that we are familiarizing that I'm having this my home and getting used with this home And then now and then, once we get used to with it, then we slowly start taking care of it, and making the gardens in it, and having more pleasure and fun and a peaceful mind, and we will not be disturbed by other things. We have simply built up our armors to protect ourselves whenever things come in. Not only protecting, we're also able to deal with these things more wisely. Yeah? So this is the overview of the mindfulness meditation. So with this, let's do the practice. So sitting in a comfortable position and relax yourself. And gently close your eyes. Feel the presence of your body and the mind. Acknowledging that you're sitting here. You may spend some times observing your entire body, part by part. Start off with the head area. As you breathe in, observing the entire head. Whatever sensations are there, awareness of that sensations. Not to grasp, not to hold on to. Just observing, like the way we sit by the bank of the river and watching the river flow. Whatever sensations are there, so observing it objectively. So breathing in, observing that, and breathing out, releasing it. From there, shifting to the right hand. As you breathe in, bring your attention to observe the right hand from the top of the shoulders to the tip of the fingers. Observing all the sensations objectively. Whatever sensations are there, just observing, recognizing, and as you breathe out, releasing, particularly any tensions, release them. Now shifting your attention from right hand to the left hand, from shoulders all the way down to the tip of the fingers. Making sure that it relaxes as you breathe in and breathe out, freeing it. whatever sensations, whether the heat, the tension, now shift your attention to your back, from the neck to upper back and the lower back. So making sure that you release all the tensions as you breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, aware of the back, aware of all the tensions, and release as you breathe out. And if you feel that in your lower back or upper back a bit of more tensions, and spend some time breathing in, just relaxing whichever way possible, and breathe out, release. You may slowly but mindfully may wiggle yourself just to adjust the tension, and breathe out and free yourself. So observing all the sensations and release, and finding the perfect sitting without any strain in our back. Now shift your attention to the front, from the throat down to the chest and the belly. Any sensations, observing objectively. Recognizing that these things are taking place, but not engaging with it. Observing objectively, like though we're sitting at the bank of the river. And now shift your attention to the right leg, aware of an entire right leg, from the thigh down to the tip of the toes. So breathing in and aware of the entire leg. Release and relax. And breathe out. Shift your attention to the left leg, observing the sensations throughout the leg, from the thigh down to the tip of the toes. Now observing that you are sitting calmly in this position here and now, and observing all the sensations throughout the body. Remember that we are not looking for the sensations, but we are feeling the sensations, and doesn't matter where do we feel it. And wherever we feel it, spend some time recognizing that before we jump out. Recognizing that this is the feeling taking place at this time, at this area, at least about 3 times, recognizing it. Now this time you may feel the sensations in your entire body. Now where do you feel the most? And what is the reason that you are able to be mindful of that sensation in your body in that particular place? And that's due to the breath coming in and going out, causing a vibration in our body. And this is a natural vibration, not because we wanted to have it. Whether we recognize it or not, the vibration is there from day one, taking place. It's happening because this body knows how to breathe. So when breath comes in, then there is this vibration takes place. When breath out, there is a vibration takes place. And most obvious places that the vibration takes place is your nose or the belly. So feeling that breath, either in your nose or in your belly, which one is more predominant, which one is more easy to be mindful of. once you have located that vibration and making that as the object, the foundation, spend time paying attention to it, feeling it and mentally noting it as it takes place. Suppose when you breathe in, you feel the rise of your abdomen, and when you breathe out, you feel the fall more visible. Then use that as the primary object. Let the mind settle there and observing it mindfully as it takes place and consciously aware of it. You may make a mental note when it rises, rising, rising, when it falls, falling, falling. So active engagement with this, the vibration. And actively engaging in it doesn't mean that we force it or we try to change the process. We are not holding the breath nor the generating the breath to feel it. That natural breath, normal breath. And then effect, the belly rise and a fall. And consciously aware it rises, making a mental note rising, rising, and it falls, making a mental note falling, falling. The practice of paying attention to this allows us to develop focused attention and allows us to distract ourselves from the rest of other things but to this rise and a fall. So deliberately we are distracting our mind to this rising and falling of abdomen. So this will be our home base. Then we will come back again and again. So whenever mind drifts away to the thoughts, the shopping lists, or things that you want to do, or things from the past, which is known as the distractions. So whenever these distractions arises, observing that there is this distraction, my mind is no more with the primary object, acknowledging that distracted mind, and make a mental note, actively engaging, recognizing that distracted mind and where the mind has distracted. And just rather than going into the contents, the phenomena, thinking, hearing, and leave it there and come back. Do not engage furthermore. So return back to the breath again, breathing in, breathing out, rising, falling. So this will be a basic practice that we repeatedly do again and again until we become skillful in it. And it helps, it will be a foundation to help us to cultivate further understanding, so-called wisdom, to see things as they truly are. So with this in mind, our task is to pay attention to the breath coming in and going out, feeling the rising and falling of abdomen. And when mind is distracted, observing, acknowledging, noting, let go and return back to the breath again. So this is the task that we will be trying to practice for some times until you hear the gong. So continue practicing. So in a walking meditation, here we will walk from this carpet to that carpet, this carpet to this carpet, slow walking. As normally we stand like this. So here, looking ahead around 2 to 3 meters, most likely the 2 meters, and relax ourselves, relax the entire body, not like this way, and observing the standing position. And mentally we may recite saying standing, standing, standing. As we say standing, we're observing the sensations in our body. So our mind is not out there, but within ourselves. So there are 6 stages of walking meditation. I will introduce maybe up to 3. And then after that, the first stage of a walking meditation is a right goes thus and left goes thus. So the right goes thus, left goes thus. So when we say right, so we are lifting and it goes thus. When we say thus, it's on the ground. The left goes thus. Then right goes thus. So you can try, you can stand up and you can try. And once we come up to the end of the walkway, and then again we stand. And when we stand, again standing, 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 and we turn around. And by saying turning, 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 turning. After we turn around, then again standing, 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 and we'll start again. So right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus, and then again last step, standing, 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 and then turn around, turning, turning. Okay, so we'll do this first, and then I will guide you to the second one. Right? So let's start off with standing. So relax your body, feel the sensations throughout the body, and as you stand, mentally make a note. Standing, 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 and start walking. Right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus, left goes thus. Last step, we'll put the foot together, right goes thus. And again, standing, 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 and turn around, turning, 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 standing, 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 and start walking. Right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus, left goes thus, right goes thus. Last step, put together, left goes thus. Standing, 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 and turning, 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 and standing, standing, standing. Now we'll do the second stage of a walking. That's that, shifting our attention to the foot and then simply lifting. So lifting our foot, lifting and then placing. Lifting and going forward a little bit and placing. And then shift our attention to the next foot again and lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing. Last step, lifting, placing. So foot together and standing. Standing, standing, standing. Now here we will add one more, intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn. So initiating ourselves from standing to change the position towards the turning. So here we turn, turning, 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 standing, 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 and initiating ourselves from standing to walk. So intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk. Start walking, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing. Last step, lifting, placing. Standing, 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 intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn. Start turning, 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 turning. Standing, 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 intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk. Start walking, lifting, placing, 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 lifting, placing. Last step, lifting, placing, standing, 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 intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn, turning, 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 standing, 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 intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk. Start walking, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing. Last step, lifting, placing, standing, 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 intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn. Start turning, 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 standing, 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 intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk. Start walking, lifting, placing, 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 lifting, placing. Last step, lifting, placing, standing, 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 intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn. Start turning, 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 standing, standing, standing. Now this time we will do the third stage of a walking meditation. That's the lifting, moving, placing, similar to the first. The right goes thus. But here there is no concept of a right or a left, just the phenomena of a foot moving. So start off with standing. So standing, feeling the sensations throughout the body. Standing, feeling the support from the ground. Standing, feeling the greatness of the earth. Now intending to walk, intending to walk, so shifting our attention from standing to the walk, preparing our mind by saying intending to walk, intending to walk, and shift our attention to the foot and lifting as we lift, moving as we move forward, and placing as we place our foot on the ground. So continue lifting, moving, placing. Do not make a long step, just a small with a mindfulness. Lifting, moving, placing. 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 Last step. Lifting, moving, placing. Standing, 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 intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn. So here, try to be mindful of a turning. There are 3 pairs of a 6 move. So start turning, 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 and again standing, 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 intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk. Start walking, lifting, moving, placing. 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 Last step. Lifting, moving, placing. Standing, 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 intending to turn, intending to turn, intending to turn. Start turning, so 3 pairs of a 6 moves, turning, 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 standing, 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 intending to walk, intending to walk, intending to walk. Start walking, lifting, moving, placing. 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 lifting, moving, placing, lifting, moving, placing. Last step, lifting, moving, placing. Standing, 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 intending to sit. So we do the sitting now, intending to sit, intending to sit. Now you may move towards your sitting position.